My name is Brad Church and I'm the CEO and Senior Advisor at Goodman Private Wealth. Well, despite it being 25 years, I still remember it like it was yesterday. I remember the great relationships with the people at the time, and I remember that we worked really closely with a small number of clients, and those clients were financially successful and we did a great job for them. And it's interesting that if you were to ask me today, what does Goodmans look like today, I'd use a lot of the same words. For a time there, it was John Goodman, Geraldine Simpson and me. And thankfully we were joined not long after by Clancie Morrissey, who's still here.
My name's Clancie Morrissey. I'm a Portfolio Administrator and Quality and Standards Manager.
Did you know you've been working here 25 years?
I didn't realise that. It's coming up very soon.
Next week.
I was struck with how friendly everyone was. I was so nervous for the interview, and Jerry came and greeted me, Brad said hello. I'm like, who are these people?
If I think back right to when I first began here, I talk a lot about John Goodman, and that's because really for the first 10 years this business was a one-man band with a few support staff, and John built a fabulous track record and a fabulous reputation. In the years after I started, John went through this process of creating a real business, one that wasn't so dependent on him. And so I kind of think of the first part of my journey at Goodmans as this business turning into a permanent institution where we all had a role to play and where there was less dependency on any individuals.
It was just a really nice team environment. We were all wanted to do better, and we all had very similar work ethics, and we all worked. We were really driven. It was a really good team environment, and we wanted to make the company better. That was a really mutual. We all had a really strong respect for John and his dreams for the company.
So the other thing about the first, say, 10 years of my time here is that we started to expand the service offering, and we took it from being mostly about investment advice and started making it more comprehensive by giving more emphasis to the strategic and the technical and taxation advice. And we could see the impact that had, the measurable impact that had on the quality of the outcomes that we produced for clients. The clients that I most remember are still clients today.
They've been with you a long time, those people.
They've been with the firm a long time.
I love talking to the clients and getting a good result for them. And I try to look after clients like I would look after my dad. And would hope that other people would, look after my dad in the same sort of way. So I like getting a good outcome, the best outcome for the client.
I mean, there's so many. I've been here for 25 years. So many memories, so many highlights, so many memories I look back on, and I look back on fondly. Like I feel something good or positive or rewarding.
The culture here there's always, I can't think of many times where we haven't had a lot of laughter, regardless of which staff members. We always seem to have good senses of humour.
When I think karaoke, I think James Goodman, of course.
It was John, Geraldine, Brad, Kelly the cheese stealer, and me.
Yeah, the infamous cheese stealer. Can you believe it? A whole block of cheese.
You know, I've got to say, doing the Q&C manual, that was really cool. It was, and it was really, really brought us together as a group, and I've never seen a group of people put so much effort into something. I'm pretty proud of that. That was, yeah, quite good.
You know, when I really sum it up, I mean, you asked me what are some of the fond memories. I mean, all of those fond memories really connect back to moments of joy or celebration with our clients or our team. And over 25 years, there have been so many.
Thank goodness for John Goodman and his vision, and for having the guts to start off in financial planning and hiring me. Yeah, I just feel very lucky that I've worked here for so long, and it's a great place to work. I say that to everyone that starts in our coffee catch-up in the first week. You are very lucky to have come here. Couldn't get better bosses, better staff, better clients.
I'm just going to hit, I've got a little video here that I'm going to hit play on.
Well done, Clancy. Well, I'm John Goodman, and I started Goodman Private Wealth in 1987. And we found Clancy. We knew she was a very worthwhile acquisition for the company. She then worked with KPMG, and we had a hell of a tug of war extracting her from KPMG, but that's another story. She did join the company and was one of the figures that made Goodmans into the great firm that is today. So what Clancy did was to set the standard for trust amongst the clients and the company. She became the leader in the writing of processes, devising of processes that would deliver consistency and quality in the company. Clancy really was instrumental in setting up that culture of quality in the company. Well, I remember when we had our first procedures manual, and it probably was a couple of years after the process was started, but we had a little staff function at the Tattersalls Club, and the new procedures manual was wrapped in paper, in pretty paper, with a ribbon on it, and it was unveiled. Now, this procedures manual was bound in leather, had gold lettering on it, but it had Clancy's fingerprints all over it. The purpose of Goodmans, as stated, is to have a significantly positive impact on its clients, their families, and the community. And I think Clancy and the others have really believe in that it's a client-centric company that is not doing it for its own sake, but delivering these services and outcomes for the benefit of clients.
Well, I'm a client. It's been a long time. Yes, yeah, she's been very close and very honest, and that goes a long way. John used to love to ring up Clancy. He and Clancy were mates, and I think Clancy would have done anything for John. But he used to call her Hot Pants Clancy, which I thought at the time, that is not good. I said, you shouldn't have called Clancy that. But he loved Clancy, and she helped him a lot, and she delighted in helping him. And she's still helping me to this day. Well, yes, definitely. Because I'm not au fait with how money works. So I left that all up to John. But I knew I could rely on Clancy and Brad, but I didn't realise I could rely on them as much as I have. And I take their advice about anything. And I knew that they were my lifeline, my anchor. You know, throw out the anchor, stop, call. And they were open, you know, they said, both of them said to me, just call any time. Which is, you know, you don't often get that in business. It's been a wonderful, I think we've been very fortunate that we've had the association with Brad and Clancy. I think she deserves whatever she wants. I think she has helped me. In particular, since John died, I know a bit more about Clancy now. And I thank her for all her help. Means a lot. After, you know, a death in the family, it's not easy.
Oh, that was lovely. She's so nice.
I mean, Clancy's a wonderful person and wonderful asset to our company. Brad is too. Brad's pretty good.
You know, we often talk about Plan A and Plan B. We spend most of our time focusing on our clients, helping our clients achieve Plan A, helping them achieve their goals and live a life that's revolves around what's important to them. But every now and then something goes wrong. And we have a process for ensuring that there's always a Plan B that we can pull out. But when we do, it's our job to walk that difficulty side by side with our clients and help them through. So that's challenging and, you know, emotional. Oh yeah. This could be payback here. I've got to hit play.
What I'd like to say to him for his 25th is congratulations, mate. Well done. That's a huge effort. Hello, my name is Alan English. I'm a client of Brad's and hopefully considers me a friend as well. Well, gee whiz, you know, he must have looked about 20 when I first met him, so if he's been with the business such a long time, today he looks 30, so he must have been about 5 when he started with Goodmans, I guess. Well, gee, it must have been 20 years ago. It was a gathering of about 10 CEOs that would get together and talk about their businesses and the challenges of running a business and some of the war stories of how to get through problems. And together as a collective, we sort of grew as not only as friends, but also true trusted advisors and helpers. The impact he's had on us and the family has been really quite significant. I mean, Brad's a trusted advisor, but also, most importantly, that he connects well with all the members of the family. I feel deeply known by him, but most importantly from the family's perspective is that he has deep respect from all of us. Everybody values Brad and the advice that he gives us, and he's a trusted advisor in the truest sense of the word. I know that you're highly respected within the organisation, but also without. You've got a very fine reputation and something you should be proud of. Congratulations, my man. Thanks, take care.
I'm John Goodman, and I started Goodman Private Wealth in 1987. I put an ad on the notice board at QUT and Brad saw it and applied for the job. He was focused, he was ambitious, he knew where he wanted to go, and he, from the very start, he delivered much more than you would expect from a raw graduate. But who could have predicted that that young man would one day become the CEO of Goodmans and achieve for the company such incredible results? Leaders are not appointed often, they become leaders of their own volition. And really it was only 6 years after he joined that he became the CEO at a very young age. And he earned that role by virtue of his leadership abilities. I can remember when he first came up with his dashboard. The dashboard was a method of setting standards in the company, measuring what success looked like. The first time it was presented, they were dreadful. Nothing was up to standard. And I remember thinking at the time, I don't know how this is all going to work out. For all sorts of reasons, took years to reach the quality levels that Brad had on his dashboard. But I'm told that now most of those standards are met every month. Well, I just say congratulations. You have been a leader in the profession. You've gone beyond what anyone else has achieved in recent years in professional advice. And you've done it setting a very high standard in terms of ethical behaviour, quality of service, and a consistently high standard of investment performance.
There's still 3 minutes to go. What's
I thank him very much for all his care and attention over a very long period of time. And I appreciate it. Brad, when he started the meetings, I thought, my goodness, he's young. But throughout the years, he's been very kind to us. He's also very firm with Brad, my husband. My Brad would say, I think we should sell off such and such a share. Brad would just sit there and, oh, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we'll review that in 6 months. Why is that? He appreciated the advice. He didn't go against anything that Brad knocked back or suggested. At the end of all of our meetings, John would say, now, what are you going to do this weekend, Brad? How's your lawn? Is it getting better after the lawn grub infestation? There's all little quips about this. It's been a wonderful, I think we've been very fortunate that we've had the association with Brad and Clancy.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, John. Thank you, James.
Brad, in your 25 years with the company, you've had a greater impact on the business than any other person. More than John Goodman, more than me, more than Clancy even. How do you feel about that?
It doesn't feel very real. I appreciate you saying that, but you know, you don't think of yourself in that way.
Others do.
And that I appreciate, and thank you for saying so. I'm here after 25 years because I love what I do. And I was incredibly fortunate to land straight out of uni into a firm with exactly the right values fit. And I've loved what I do. I enjoy who I do it for. I love working alongside a team of people who share my values and share our values, and who are equally as committed to the quality and to the standards that matter to me. So I'm just incredibly grateful that all those years ago I got lucky. I'm also incredibly proud. Incredibly proud of what we have achieved. Incredibly proud that even after all these years we're reaching new heights, we're setting new standards. To win the IFA Client Servicing Company of the Year award in Australia made me incredibly proud. To recently have been certified as a great place to work makes me incredibly proud. To have recently had client satisfaction scores that rank us higher than the top end of the range for most firms globally makes me incredibly proud. So I'm looking forward to doing it for another, maybe not 25 years, but health permitting, another 20 years would be great.